Welcome back. If you're seeing this video, that means that the previous video in the series hit the 10 like goal, which is great as of recording right now. It has not hit the goal yet. The video that I am now showing took a while to record because the first two recordings of me beating the doctor were not working. I think it got corrupted or something. So I had to beat the doctor 3 times, okay? Side note, I'm not going to be adding the death counter or the dead end counter because for the most part, I didn't get any of those this recording or the previous 2 attempts because I didn't die any times, and for the most part, it's pretty straightforward in this section of the game. I don't think I really need those 2 counters. I'm probably just going to have some voiceover over the video content, but other than that, it's just going to be the gaming. Right here, I was just trying to remember which door had the batteries. I couldn't really remember even though I played 2 previous attempts, because in both of those previous attempts, I wasn't thinking about it either. I was just kind of sprinting because the robots are a lot slower than the player. So as long as you hold down the shift key and don't directly run into them, you're not going to get killed by them very often. You might get hit once or twice throughout the section, but in my opinion, this is probably one of the easier boss fights. Probably a little bit easier than the Yarnaby section, just because in the Yarnaby section you have to be really sneaky. In this section, there's no point being sneaky. You just try to sprint and outrun them. Right here in this long hallway with the battery and like the kind of stronger robot, he just spawns in. I'm not certain if this is how he spawns, but I'm pretty sure that he just spawns in whichever way you're currently sprinting or walking. And as you can see, the robot spawns in front of me, but I already played 2 attempts before this. I knew he was going to spawn into me, so I'm just trying to bait him into spawning in. After he spawned in, I went in the direction I wanted to go in, and just went back to place the battery, because it's a lot easier if I go the same direction every time. And if you want to get back to where the batteries are really quickly, it's really simple. All you have to do is just follow the wire, because the wire connects back to where you're supposed to put the battery. I think that the reason this section of the game is very easy to complete on like your first or second attempt is just because the robots in this section are not very smart. Like, occasionally I'll spot one. Earlier in the video you might have seen it, but there was a robot that was just running into a wall over and over, and like they may block a path doing that, but they're not actively chasing you. So it makes it a lot easier to get away from them. If they were chasing you, it'd be a lot harder to actually put the batteries in. I also like that the battery area where you place the batteries is a safe zone, because the robots just don't follow you. It would make more sense if they did follow you, because I don't know why they would just stop. Like, most of the time the gate isn't even shut, it's just left open, and they just turn around and give up, which is kind of dumb. But I understand it. It's to make the game fair. After I juke this robot, I almost forget that there's a part where I have to pull the plank, because the robots kind of form a wall from where you were originally coming from. You have to drop the battery and everything, and I almost got messed up in this part because the plank is really annoying, because if you don't pull it in time, that red robot that's chasing me, which I just juked, kind of chases you for like further, gets closer to you, and starts to kill you. But luckily, it allows you to get hit more than once, or else I would have died here. I didn't get hit on any of my other attempts. I just got caught being lazy on this one. But it still worked out. I survived. After I followed the wire up the staircase and into his office, I finally get my revenge on him. Because although I didn't record it back then because I had no plans of recording it, I was just playing this game mostly, and I still am playing it for fun. But back then, I got stuck on the red smoke part in the first area, Not because I couldn't figure it out, it's just because my game couldn't run the graphics for the red smoke, and it kept crashing just from the particles. I eventually figured out how to turn down specifically just the smoke particles, and then I got past that area, but he really just infuriated me for a little bit right there, which is kind of why I'm glad I killed him here. And he might show up in the later chapters. He probably won't, because I just exploded him. And now I've got the red hand upgrade, which is very good, because now I can continue on the game and probably kill Doey in the next part of this series. Alright, so that's the video. If you want to check out any of the other videos, I've made a playlist on my YouTube channel, and make sure you like and subscribe before you leave. Have a great day.